Nah, Justin Jefferson is not winning the MVP. So, all right, man. Thank you guys for joining Big B's live, Big B Dailies. We're live here on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Facebook, man. I appreciate it. What's going on? So, today we're covering a couple things. We're going to cover a little track and field, little Sha'Carri Richardson. And we're going to talk about the AFC East, or not AFC East, the NFC East and the NFC South, but in reverse order. So let's bust into it. So tell me what y'all think. Look, Sha'Carri Richardson, look, I made a post yesterday. I think me and pretty much everybody was bashing this girl, this woman. I mean, for what she did. Now, everybody thinks that they were bashing her about smoking weed. That's not what it was about. It was just the bad behavior. That's what people had an issue with. It was the behavior. And look, everybody grieves differently. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think the people that were grieving, I don't think those people would want her to throw her Olympic dream away over some marijuana. That's what I think. I don't think any of the people that she was mourning would want her to throw her Olympic dream away over some weed. Now, again, everybody grieves differently. But first of all, weed shouldn't even be part of the banned substances anyway. Let's just call it what it is. But it is, unfortunately. So you got to play by the rules. So, but it is what it is. I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought it was crazy. But then it was the bad behavior on top of that. You know, the disrespecting of everybody. You know, look, you made the mistake. Own it and just move on. You ain't got to badmouth everybody else. You don't have to do that. You don't have to treat other people bad and badmouth them and saying they're not helping you the way you want to be helped. When is that okay? How is that part of it? That's not part of it at all. Sha'Carri Richardson made the mistake. She should have owned it. She didn't. She badmouthed people. But you know what? She made a comeback. You got to give her credit because literally a year ago, I think people thought her career was over. We thought it was over. So, and now she's the fastest woman in the world. Good for her, man. Good for her. I like a good comeback story. I think America likes a good comeback story. She, I mean, she had to fight through. She didn't get an automatic bid. She had to fight through in the semifinals. And then you win the 100 in lane 9. I mean, who's ever heard of somebody winning the 100 from lane 9? I mean, that never happens. That never happens. So good for Sha'Carri Richardson, man. Good for her. But let's move on. So we're talking little football, obviously. Let's break down this NFC South, man. I'm still trying hard. I am trying hard to get out of giving this division to the Saints. Trying hard to give this division to somebody besides the Saints. I think the Falcons are going to fight. I think the Falcons are going to put up a good fight. But I think the Saints are just going to be too good. Here's one thing. I think the Bucks will be a little bit better than what people think. But I think the Saints ultimately win the South. No. Uncle Matt, no. The Bucks cannot make the playoffs. They can. The only way the Bucks can make the playoffs is they win the division, and I don't believe they're winning the division. I don't think that's happening. So, again, man, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Monday through Friday. We are live. So I appreciate y'all joining in, man. Joining Big B Dailies. Talking a little football right now. I don't think the Bucks have a chance at all. Look, in the Panthers, I don't think so either. I think their line is terrible. I think they'll fight a little bit, but that division is not very good. And I mean, there's a lot of people thinking that the Saints can win like 13 games. I'm like, I don't see that. I'm like, I think they can win maybe 10. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're 9-8 and run away with the division. That's how bad I think that division is. I think everybody thinks that. So I got the Saints winning it. I got the Falcons putting up a little bit of a fight. The Bucks may be around a little bit, but we'll see. We will see. Now, moving on to the division that, again, another one that people think is the best division in football, the NFC East. Well, let's start at the bottom. Washington. I mean, I know the preseason Sam Howell had a good game yesterday. I get it. I don't think Washington is going to do much. They got weapons. I'm just not sold on the quarterback. I'm not sold on the quarterback, man. So we'll see what happens. But I think Washington finishes last. Now, having said that, I think everybody in that division finishes right around better. So it wouldn't surprise me if Washington wins 9 games or 8 games, but still finishes 4th. Giants, I think, are in the same boat. They'll be a little bit better than Washington, but the Giants are going to take a step back, in my opinion, man. I think the Giants take a big step back. So Giants going 10-7, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. 9-8 at most. I think they take a step back, though. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think they're near as good. And some other teams in the NFC got a little bit better. So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Now, the big thing is who's going to win the division. And this pains me to my soul because you guys know me. On TikTok, you know me. Facebook, everybody, you know me. I love when the Cowboys lose. Okay? I love when the Cowboys lose. But damn it, the Cowboys are going to win the division. The Cowboys are going to win the division. I mean, blood is like coming out of my mouth from saying that. I mean, I can't even believe that I'm bringing my mouth to say that. But the Cowboys are going to win the division. Oh, and I know people, you're giving me the blues in the chat, man. Look, I don't want to say it. I don't want to. But the Cowboys are good. Their roster is good. They're going to win the division, man. Oh, it's horrible, but what am I going to do? No, and here's the thing. And a lot of people think that the Eagles are, and I do too. The Eagles are really good. But if you just go by the history, man, nobody's won that division back-to-back in the last 18 years. That's a long time. And you can't tell me there haven't been good teams in back-to-back years, the last 18 years, that couldn't figure out a way to win the division. They haven't done it. So I'm just going with history. The Cowboys. Oh. I mean, the amount of vomit that wants to come out of my mouth is, but they're going to win the division, man. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to be able to shut down a lot of people with that defense, man. They're going to be able to stop a lot of people. So get used to it, people. Unfortunately, the Cowboys are going to be the NFC East champions. Tell your friends that I said it. They're not going to believe it because they know how much I despise the Cowboys, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh well. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, like I said, man, Big B Dailies, Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock Central Time. Thank you guys for joining in. If you're not following me on TikTok, please give me a follow. Hit the like button for me. Let's get some more people in here. If not, come on over to YouTube. Come subscribe to Big B Sports Talk, man. The chat is going. The chat is popping in here, man. So let's get it going over here. Let's take some questions. Let's interact. Let's have some fun, man. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? So over on YouTube, talking a little college football. Florida State are frauds. Yeah, Florida State. And I don't think Florida State is a fraud. Because you know me, I'm the first person to call somebody a fraud. Fraud, fraud, fraud. I'll tell you quickly. But I don't think they're a fraud. I just don't think that they're as good as everybody believes. I don't think that. First of all, I think Florida State loses the first game to LSU. I think that happens. So I don't think Florida State's a fraud by any means. But I think that they will win probably 9 football games this year. So if winning 9 football games means you're a fraud, then okay. But I wouldn't consider them a fraud. I wouldn't consider them a fraud at all. I still like Clemson to win the ACC. And I still like Clemson to maybe get an outside shot at the playoff. We'll see. But I think Clemson might lose a game or two, too. So we'll see this year. College football. What else? TikTok. What do you got, man? What questions? Joe Milton got the best arm in the league. What, AFC? Okay. I can see that, but let's talk about the accuracy. You got a strong arm, you got a cannon, but what about the accuracy? Do I think the Braves are winning the World Series? Probably. The Braves got the best team. The Braves got the best team. And I don't even talk a whole lot of football or baseball because my Mets have been out of it since, the season started. So I am just, baseball has been done to me, for a long time. But the Braves got the best team. But I still watch out for the Rangers. Watch out for the Rangers. So, what else, TikTok? What do you got? Do you think the Steelers are going to be good this year? Absolutely. Look, I can talk about this all day. Y'all know I'm a Steeler guy. The Steelers are going to win 10 football games. Okay? I don't know why people keep doubting that. The Steelers are winning 10 football games. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Whether you like it or not, the Steelers are winning 10 football games. So, we'll see. We'll see. NFC West, I think the Seahawks are going to win. I think Brock Purdy comes back down to earth. I think the Seahawks are better. And we talked about this a couple days ago. I think I got the Seahawks winning that division. Everybody's on the 49ers. Everybody says the 49ers. I think Brock Purdy they got tape on him. They figure him out. And there's things that are some obvious things that you can see just by, you don't even have to have an all 22 to look. Brock Purdy has problems throwing the ball to the right. It's not his thing. If you look at the playoff game last year, the one that they won, the Cowboys made him throw the ball to the right. And they couldn't score. So, we'll see, man. I just got the Seahawks winning that division. All right. What do we got over on YouTube? Going back to college. What are your thoughts on USC? Mike DeRuler asked. Think it's about their defense or our defense. Yeah, they got to have a better defense. USC's not winning anything, man, without a good defense. They're not winning anything. Until they can figure out how to stop anybody, they're not winning anything. I know college football, you got to put up a lot of points, but you also got to stop some people, man. And if you don't stop anybody, sorry, you're not winning. You're not winning. Over on TikTok. Let's see here. Hunter, what are your thoughts on Colorado? Colorado is, if they can get to 5 wins, I think Colorado did a lot. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Is Colorado, man, their roster, their first 22 is good. Their first 22 is good. But as you know, football is a game of attrition, and injuries are going to happen. When you start getting into the top 44, that's where Colorado falls off. It's going to take them a minute to build up the kind of depth that they need to compete. So it's going to take them a minute. But they can get there. What else? What else? What kind of questions? What do we got, TikTok? Georgia's still going to be the top dog? Yeah, I think Georgia's that good. We're going to see about what Georgia's quarterback is. A lot of people said he's going to be better than Stetson Bennett already. We'll see. I mean, Bennett got a lot of flack for what he didn't do, but here's the one thing I know he did do. He won back-to-back national championships. He did that. And yeah, they had a loaded roster. They did. But somebody was leading that team, and it was him. And you might say, hey, it's easy to lead with all those NFL draft picks. Okay, that's fine, but he did it. He did it. So you got to give him credit. Got to give him credit. Do I have hope in Tua? Yeah, I do. I got hope in Tua. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I want Tua to play well. If y'all will find out, the more you follow as we get into this a little deeper, I don't want anybody getting hurt. I just don't like injuries. So I don't want anybody getting hurt. I know it's going to happen, but yeah, I don't root for guys to get hurt. I want everybody to be healthy, all that good stuff. Man, we don't have memberships yet, Mike the Ruler, on YouTube. As soon as we get enough followers, we will absolutely do it. Then tell all your people, come subscribe to the channel. Please come subscribe. Again, over on YouTube, come subscribe. The chat is popping. If you're on TikTok, the chat is going. If you're not following me on TikTok, please give me a follow, man. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Come subscribe. It's Big B Sports Talk. All right. What do we got over here on TikTok, man? Tyreek and Waddle going to go crazy? I think they're going to go crazy again. I think they're going to do it again. I think it's a good combination. They complement each other pretty well. I think it's going to be something good. Something good. Man, if you're watching and you're following on Facebook, I had some people on Facebook yesterday giving me the blues. Look, don't give me the blues. I'm sorry if I'm bad-mouthing your team. All right? One guy in particular is one of my really good friends. He is a Penn State fan. Now, he will go nameless, okay? But he knows who he is. Giving me the blues about Penn State. Look, it's not my fault they can't beat Ohio State and Michigan. It's not my fault. I didn't cause those problems, all right? Tell him I didn't cause those problems. But he's giving me the blues. Don't give me the blues. I just report the facts. I just report the facts. All right, what do we got in the chat over here? Yeah, I know Michael Bishop. Yeah, I know Michael Bishop, of course. We hang out. I mean, we don't necessarily hang out. He lives in Houston. I live in Dallas. But we're friendly when we see each other. Yeah, Mike Bishop is a cool guy. Real cool guy. No, I don't have hope in the Marlins. I'm not a Marlins fan, man. You think Oklahoma? Now, that's a good question, Smokey. Over on TikTok, Oklahoma returns to dominance this year in college football. Look, I am personally a guy, everybody keeps saying that Oklahoma is going to get destroyed in the SEC. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Oklahoma is Oklahoma. When they go and they play all these teams from out of conference, they don't just get blown out. They got in the playoff, they ran into a juggernaut a few years back against Alabama. But that Alabama team was one of the arguably is going down as one of the best in the history of college football. Not the best, but one of them. But Oklahoma is going to be fine. Look, I know I'm a homer because Brent Venables was my coach at K-State, or one of my coaches there. The man knows football. He knows how to recruit. He knows how to motivate. OU is going to be just fine in the SEC. And here's the thing, man. They act like the SEC is loaded from top to bottom. No, it's not. No, it's not. Florida, here's the thing. Florida, not any good. South Carolina, average. Vanderbilt, do I need to even say anything? Kentucky, average. You know, Georgia, outstanding. Best in the country. Tennessee, they're trying to make a comeback, but it's been 1 year and they were horrible for a decade. So on that whole eastern side of the bracket, who's good? Georgia and Tennessee is trying to get good. Go over to the west. Alabama. LSU is so up and down, and they've been down the last few years. People keep thinking they're going to win the West this year. No, they're not. They're not. But even last year when they said that LSU, oh, man, they were great, and they lost 4 games. I don't think people understand that. They lost 4 football games. They had an opportunity to go to the playoff, and they get beat by Texas A&M. I mean, what are we talking about? And who else is good? Ole Miss? No. Mississippi State? No. Arkansas? No. SEC has been top heavy for years. And everybody gives them credit for being the best. I'm not saying they're not the best conference, but it is extremely top heavy. And to say that it isn't, you're not paying attention. You're just not paying attention. What's up, man? SEC is top heavy. And OU is going to fit just fine. South Carolina is not better than OU. Jesus. It's those kind of comments. It's stuff like that. South Carolina is better than Oklahoma. Since when? When has that been the case? I didn't even bring up Auburn. No, I didn't bring up Auburn. Well, for what? Auburn, I mean, they've been in the doldrums since Cam Newton left. Yeah, man. SEC always gets a pass for being the best. But they're the best conference. It's just top heavy. That's all. You're not going to tell me that Mississippi State is going into the Big Ten or the ACC or the Big 12 or even the Pac-12 and just running things. That ain't happening. And you know it. And neither is Arkansas or Ole Miss. That ain't happening. Come on, man. South Carolina has an actual defense. Okay. How's that offense? What's up, man? What's going on, Warren? So again, man, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, and we are live on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, man. Absolutely helps the channel. If you're on TikTok, please give me a follow. And also pop on over. The link is in the bio. Pop on over to YouTube. Come subscribe over there, man. Are the Yankees ready for the playoffs? In 3 years, maybe. Not this year. Yes, exactly. The last time South Carolina was top 5 was in Spurrier. I mean, they're talking about a team last year and say, look at the last 2 games of last year. Well, there were some games that happened before that. How did that go? Not great. South Carolina is okay. They're okay. But to say South Carolina is better than Oklahoma it's that kind of SEC bias is what I'm talking about. And even if they had a better year last year, overall, South Carolina is not even in the same class as OU as far as a program. Not even in the same class. So stop it. Stop saying stuff like that. Again, my favorite thing when people say something stupid, they'll lock you up in a padded room and throw away the key. Stop saying that, man. That's literally going to happen. Will Texas A&M be frauds again this year? No, no, because I don't think that many people think A&M is going to be that good. I don't think they're going to be that good. So I don't think people believe that A&M is superior. I know that there's some polls that have them ranked, which God knows why. But that's part of the SEC bias again. But I don't think they're frauds because people don't think they're going to be that good. That would be my take. I think A&M goes 7-5, at best 8-4. At best 8-4. What do we got over here? OU is just like Clemson. Good because everyone in the conference is lousy. Again, I'm going to stop responding because that's one of the dumbest statements I think I've ever heard. But oh well. Oh well. Clemson literally has won 3 national titles since Dabo Swinney's been there, but they're not any good. They're not any good. Got it. Got it. We've been doing this for about a week, and we haven't had any crazies like that, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. But we love them. We love them. We love them all. So let's see. Who looks good in the preseason? I don't know, man. There's a lot of teams that look good in the preseason. The problem with it's the preseason. And it depends on how much you value preseason football. Some people love it. Some people don't. Some people look good because the ones will be playing good against twos and vice versa. I don't know. We'll all see. We don't have that much longer to wait, man. We don't have that much longer to wait. Oh, man, I can't wait. Not to mention, Big B Bets is coming back. Big B Bets is coming back this year with the vengeance. We did good last year. We made some money, had fun. It will be back, and it'll be back on Friday. There's college football this weekend, week 0. And we are going to be on it this weekend. So let's get after it. Let's get after it. All right, people. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys. Again, live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. We are live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. I appreciate everybody joining the live today, man. Big B Dailies. We're having fun. We're trying to build the brand. It's because of you guys that I keep doing this. Thank you. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, please come and subscribe. If you're on TikTok, please give me a follow. If you're in the chat and you're not already following, I appreciate it. So other than that, thank you guys, man. Y'all have a good one.